Yeah, I think the goal of most coaches should be like, it you're okay, like the first 3 or 4 games of the season, like look a little bit out of shape. Prioritize fresh, look a little bit out of shape. And then, I love that you're like, I do think like when coaches are switched on to this, they can make really intense, scenario practices where kids are getting better at soccer and they're getting high output. But then they also need to be aware of like, you can't do that for 2 hours. You can't do that for 2.5 hours. It's like they practice for so long. I'm like, I mean, if I was a soccer coach right now, my practice would be like maybe an hour to hour and 30 minutes tops. Like it would be like, come in, you get your prep, your speed work, maybe skill work, and then we're doing scenarios, playing games, taking shots, playing like high intense defense, and then you're out. Like it's not this dragged on thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Less is more, and I think a lot of coaches can buy into the more is better mentality, especially in the soccer sphere of things because fitness is so heavily emphasized. I mean, I made this mistake as an athlete too. I played college soccer, and I was always the fittest person on the team in terms of the fitness test, right? That was like my goal to be every year. And it didn't make me a better soccer player. I was actually slower in college, I think, than I was in high school because I wasn't exposed to good training. It was just all about passing fitness tests. And that to me, when we focus so much on the fitness testing side of things, we're missing the forest from the trees because it's like, okay, if I can really get on this fitness test, then I'm going to be a better soccer player. And we spend so much time on that. They're so focused on just the fitness piece. And to your point, playing the sport in a high intensity way, like a game like scenario for small bouts of time, is going to help them be more quote unquote game fit. In soccer, it's a lot of like walk, jog, then we have to sprint. It's not this continuous thing. We're just learning, field. And that's what a lot of fitness testing can look in that sport specific.
yeah, I love that. I think one thing too, like since we're talking so much about soccer, is a lot of things that are missed. Like if you're not doing that high intensity, like you said, you're all going one speed, you're jogging. Dude, my data I've collected on soccer is the most decels and excels in any sport, and that's also why you see so many knee injuries, right? Because you have a lot of times you have girls that are weak, or you're not working on change of direction in practice. You're staying in a straight line, you're jogging, you're spending your time conditioning, and then you ask these girls to go decel from a sprint, 65 times in a game and accelerate 50 times, which is way more than a football player, way more like than any other sport. Like maybe basketball rivals that a little bit, but like they're totally missing the big bucket. And everybody's always talking about how can we like lower the amount of injuries and knee injuries in women's soccer. And a lot of times these athletes are weak and they're more in shape for a fitness test, like you said. Like, do you get a state championship ring for a fitness test? No, right? Like, so what are you training for, and how are you preparing these athletes in a way that's going to perform well, but also keep them safe? Like, it's a lot. Like, when females come in here, guys come in here, and they've had ACL tears, and they start with us. Like, it's mentally a lot for them, right? So, how can we make sure that ideally we don't run into those situations where these kids have to go through this life altering event early because we were negligent in the type of training we do based on the sport demand.